Good morning, fellow travelers. 6 a.m. here. I'm headed down to work. Just got home from work about midnight last night. Uh, gonna go work a 16 and a half hour shift, 6:45 a.m. to about 11 p.m. And that's just the way it is. Oh yeah. So, looks like it's off to a beautiful morning. I'm actually full of energy. I woke up early because I'm so just caught up. Not being nervous for the day, but just it's a long day ahead. And so I just spent the last 30 minutes this morning. Spent the last 30 minutes just kind of laying in bed, meditating in bed. So just laying completely still, clearing my thoughts. My thoughts are racing. If you see how fast my mouth moves, honestly, if you know how much my thoughts raced, holy shit, just non-stop. Go, 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 go. Carl, my roommates are awesome. I got my one roommate yesterday with an April Fool's thing. I owed him the last $50 of rent on the first yesterday because I paid the rest early. And so I put 50 bucks up on the fridge, and then I left a note saying that he knew I was going to find my landlord's place. So then the thing I got people with on YouTube, I got my landlord / roommate with, at least the American one. Carl might not have. He would have understood, but I don't think he would have gotten the full, April Fools. And so I wrote this note on a Post-it saying, blah, 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 I got arrested, this, that, the other. And at the end, I'm like, they brought me to this holding cell and on the back it said, April Fools, the money's on the fridge. Got him good. Check this out, bam. Chicken thighs, probably some Asian setup. My roommates are amazing. They make me feel so special, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to catch up, but I take that extra special feeling and I share it with everyone I come across through the day. I feel like I'm well on my way towards that camera, and it's going to be tough because right as I get things rolling, I'll be doing the rainbow gathering, but that's just the way it is. I'm going to the rainbow gathering, and I might have to quit this job. I'll put in my 2 weeks notice and tell them that I have to go hit the road again, and then I'll tell them it was a mistake and come back and start the job. But I'll never tell them that was my intention the whole time. They'll be like, no, you don't leave, and then I'll leave, and it'll be peak season, and I'm gonna be missing out on a lot those 2 weeks because I'm gonna leave for a week for the gathering, but then there's gonna be a lot of setup, and I've got some big plans for the gathering, man. I want to do an intentional art camp where basically I'll be tapping into the Rainbow Gathering Facebook group, which I'm sure you can feel free to join if you're a Rainbow Gathering person. And I'm also going to tap into you guys, not so much for funds, but dude, come help me. Let's go build a camp based around having art supplies and live music, and maybe even making a kiln out of a barrel, figuring out how. There's got to be a YouTube sorry, hiccups. There's got to be a YouTube tutorial for how to build a kiln out of a barrel, and then have some sculpting, and and just tell people to be reasonable with what you use. And imagine how well that could bring the community together if we were all painting and doing sculptures and drawing and all sorts of mixed media. And if we did it in a way that didn't create an environmental impact, I feel like that could really bring people around. When I go to these events, my favorite thing to do is and have food, of course, or be near a nice kitchen. My favorite thing to do is to create small community building events where people can come together and we can break down the barriers of race, class, cliques, everything. Although that's what the Rainbow Gathering is about, you don't walk into a perfect world. You have to work towards making it a perfect world, knowing it'll never reach it fully. So it's easy to just say, well, it is already inclusive, Jeremiah. But the thing is, you have to go there and make it inclusive. That's the way the world works. And it's just a mini world experiment. I don't know what to call it. It's early. Deal with it. But But I'm pretty stoked because it's coming up in 3 months. 3 months. So if I work my 60 to 70 hour weeks till then, and now that I'm not busing, I mean, the money's, yeah, starting to come in. So I will have the opportunity to leave and come back and still pull off my plans for the underwater photography thing. And, you know, maybe I'll just get it set up so that I'll go, and when I come back, I'll have the money, and that's when I'll get started on the thing. Maybe the Rainbow Gathering will be my celebration for having the business set up. So I leave, go to the Rainbow Gathering, I come back, and get to start the business. And like, you know, that's why I'm done. That's why I put in my 2 weeks notice, is because, hey, I'm starting this business. I'm going on a vacation to celebrate. Yeah, that sounds like it. So I might have to pick up more shifts so that I can keep working. Obviously, I've got the work stamina needed. You know, I did a 15.5-hour shift earlier in the week. I'm doing the 16.5-hour shift today. 16.25. I know some of you are good at math. Tomorrow I've got another 8-hour shift. Let's see, yesterday I had an 8-hour shift, so it's I got 1 day off, 3 8-hour shifts and 2 16-hour shifts. So what's that? 24 and 16? No, it's more than that. 24 and 32. Yeah, so a 66-hour work week this week, which honestly, I'm fine. I'm through it. Look at me. I got a day to lay in my bed and not do anything. That was beautiful. And yeah, I almost got a chance to go like meet someone from a dating site even, but our schedules conflicted and whatever. You know, honestly, there's 7 billion people in the world. Half of them are women. I'm pretty much attracted to women ages 18 to like deathbed. So yeah, I'm a dog. I'm not saying I want to go have sexual relations with these women. I'm just saying, like, I can potentially be attracted to a wide range. That's the best part about getting older. I know a lot of you are older, so you get it. But yeah, like last night, there was a woman at the bus stop, and she was older than me, maybe like 15 years older than me. And I was flirting, and yeah, she was beautiful. She was like Egyptian and English and I think Pakistani. But man, beautiful woman. It's fun to flirt. And again, so if I'm able to be attracted to women, and again, I'm not saying I'm trying to date your 18-year-old daughter or granddaughter. Some of you guys are old. I forgot the lotion for my face for the wrinkles. I've been doing that every day, and I feel like it's making my skin more healthy. But yeah, basically that's like a third of the world that could potentially be attractive, you know? 18 to deathbed, yeah. It's a lot of women. Don't ever just get hung up. I know that oxytocin, which is the love chemical, the love drug, like dopamine or endorphin, but you get it from hugs, you get it from being in love. Oxytocin makes you live longer, but at a cost. You live longer, like 10% longer, whenever you have high doses of oxytocin through your life, through being in relationships. But honestly, it makes you less apt to being social, and it limits your logic and reasoning skills. So basically, it wants you to have babies and focus on them. So it'll make it so you don't really have to have a friendship, a social life, and it'll make it so that you're not able to think clearly from a logical reasoning point of view, so that way you deal with a lot of bullshit in a relationship. Look at your friends in relationships. That makes sense. That's a fact, actually. At least a subjective fact based around science journals and testing hypotheses and real science. Yeah, maybe someday I'll get to know what oxytocin is. I do it at the Rainbow Gathering because you get it every time you have a hug. But I think a lot of times people are in love with being in love. You know, they're in love with the oxytocin. They're addicts for the oxytocin. That's why you get these people that, you know, are like serial monogamists, or the people who practice, as I call it, negative rebound. And rebound is whenever you get over someone after you broke up. Negative rebound is when you get over someone and are already cheating, and have someone lined up before you break up. And I'm sorry, but a lot of people secretly do that. And they are oxytocin fiends. They can't even handle the withdrawal, the 2 or 3 day withdrawal that serial monogamists have. And again, a lot of these people never know love. All they know is love for the feeling of love. You can't love anyone until you love yourself. You have to love yourself first. You can only, only share the energies that you have, which are overflowing. If I were to sit and meditate 15 hours a day every day, I'm only going to be able to hold as much spiritual energy as my vessel contains, as the maximum. It's a glass. If you pour water into a glass and it's full, it just flows out the side, right? So you only need to meditate and do these spiritual activities so much. Other than that, after that, you're kind of just like jacking off. I know that sounds funny, but what you need to do is get it to just the point overflow, and then share that energy with others, with self-love, with spiritual energies, with your physical energies, your monetary energies, but don't go throwing your energy around until you have overflow. That's a tip I learned while helping my mom through her healing process those last 3 years of her life. You can't give anything if you don't have anything. And my rule before, which started me on this path, was don't tip past half tank. But now it's like, get your tank up to full and then share gas. Somehow this all fits in together. Hello. I recommend be yourself, listen to your heart, but take some of this info and see if it resonates. A lot of what I'm trying to do, which makes me sound like I'm full of it, is it's basically virtual therapy. I'm trying to teach you methods of healing and eliminating emotional blockages, and that's why I say, honestly, reach out. Just Jeremiah's Journey on with periods between. Just Jeremiah's Journey. No apostrophe. That's on Instagram. Check out my underwater photos. Shoot me a message. I'll talk to you. I reach back to everyone. I'm sure I've told you, but I've been reaching out to, I've had people reach out from Scotland, the UK, from Ireland, from Australia, from all over the US. And when they reach out, I reach back right away, because if I don't, then, I'll get caught up in backlog. That's just like the comments. I have to comment back right away, or else I get caught up in backlog. I've been trying so much harder to focus on the comments, harder than I had before. And as the channel grows, it's getting tougher, but man, I just want you to know, all of you, how much I appreciate you. One of these days soon, I'm going to do a shout out to all of my YouTube fam out there. I'm going to mention all the people that spend all the energies commenting positively, and maybe some of the people that don't. I send you all some love. But my cup is overflowing right now. Man, my eyes are puffy. I look like shit. I'm tired. My cup is overflowing right now, and I hope you feel the energy flowing towards you. Some people love love. Learn to love yourself, and then you can love others. And then you won't seek validation through others and catching the buzz off of oxytocin. If I don't ever get true love or get to have a family, then that's just the way it is. But I kind of have a feeling with the direction I'm headed, I might be able to find someone special, and hopefully they don't get me for half of what I'm worth. It's messed up. And really, here's the hoping that maybe someday I can be a father. I've always wanted to be a father. I never got to have the father-child relationship because my father wasn't in my life. I didn't get to know him, and then he passed when I was 13. So I wanted to be at least on one angle of that, and I feel like I'd make a great one. And who knows, maybe someday. But I'm not going to have a kid just because I want to have a kid. It's got to be the right time and place and person, and I'll need time to get to know someone on that level. But now that I'm headed towards the lifestyle that, is able to provide for myself, and that is working towards, a lucrative income from chasing my dreams, sky's the limit. Even though I'm done at sky. Loving you. Bye.